And that's corner turned right there for Tottenham Hotspur. They gave a terrific and absolutely incredible performance in the first 45 minutes against a much rotated Aston Villa team that dropped uh, Ollie Watkins, there's Rick, like most of their key players were dropped due to the fact that they're trying to manage the team for the second leg of the Europa League semi-final against Nottingham Forest. We're playing Chelsea tomorrow. But Tottenham started the game off incredibly. They were pressing high, running, passing. I'm like, wow, these players can pass like this. Yeah, we kept possession. You can see what Roberto De Zerbi was trying to do. His stamp on that game was quite apparent from the get-go. Pass between the lines, isolated the Aston Villa's right back a lot of the time between Matthias Tel and Destiny Udogie. And kudos to Roberto De Zerbi for playing Destiny Udogie because I've always believed, right? I don't know what all the Tottenham Hugo Tudor and the rest were doing when Destiny was fit. I think is significantly better than Spurs. I think the angle bias when you have a right-footed left back in that kind of system, it's a problem. It's the same problem when I watch Jurgen Timber, who is possibly one of the best fullback in the world. Well, when he played as a left back for Arsenal, I just don't like it. I don't like the angles that he gives us. If it's in a big game, where you're trying to defend and you're trying to platform to defend. Yeah, play Jens Spence as a left back. But not when you're trying to play 70-80% of the league. No, you don't do that. You want to attack. You want players to be able to get out of the press easily. You want players to be able to overlap and stretch the pitch correctly. You want players who won't need to take 2 or 3 touches because they don't have the right angles. But in this system, Destiny had the right angle. It combined a lot of the times with Matthias Tel, who was a little bit wasteful, but there was no lack of endeavor. There was no lack of running. There was no lack of intensity in any Tottenham Hotspur player. And the first goal came, and Gallagher who's been paid a lot of money. There was a lot of conversation regarding how much he's getting paid to come to Tottenham. Smashed one into the bottom right corner early on in the game. And from there on, Tottenham absolutely bossed the game. They bossed the entire first half. I think as at 35 minutes, I don't think Aston Villa has had a touch in the Tottenham Hotspur box, right? That was how dominant they were camping in Aston Villa's half. And from all of those endeavors came another cross to Richarlison from Kolomoani. Was a very good header. Very, very good header. Richarlison in the last few years has come on clutch for Tottenham Hotspur. I think it's been a decent signing. I know it was a very expensive signing because I think they signed it for like 65 million pounds. But I think he's scored a decent amount of goals. He's not been in the most stable team. He's been injury plagued. It's very difficult to judge a lot of players that play for Tottenham, right? I don't think the culture is right. I don't think there's a disciplined culture at the club. I don't think they understand what it takes to represent a club of that stature. Even if Tottenham is not the biggest team in the world, is a team in the heart of London. Is a team that is well known with one of possibly the best facility in England. Their stadium I've never been, but I've had colleagues who've been there and friends. This says the best stadium they've ever been. And these are people who have been in, I don't know, different sports, NFL, rugby. Think about it. They say it's an incredible stadium. One other thing that is very, very important when it comes to fighting for things, which Tottenham are fighting for now, I think they're probably not going to be getting relegated because of this result. This is one of the results that you would typically mark on the calendar and say Tottenham are not going to get anything. But the circumstance worked perfectly for them in the sense that Aston Villa are fighting for something else. If Aston Villa wasn't fighting for anything else, and they were just in a straight shootout at the end of the season, I don't think Tottenham would win this game. But Tottenham showed all the fight. They brought a distinct style of play. They were intense. Towards the end of the game, they started dropping off because obviously these players are not at the absolute top level, and it's not like they're playing their very best players, right? They're down to the bare bones, and the players are just falling down like flies. Emi Buendia got back into the game. I think it was the 94th, 95th minute. I just took my eyes off the screen and he headed the ball into the net. But one thing that's quite important, that's quite apparent in the game, is the love that the Tottenham Hotspur fans showed. think about going away from home, which maybe in the last 5 to 10 games, since Tottenham typically plays better away from home. There's a reason they don't play away in front of their crowd because of the stress, because of the fact that they don't feel the support as much as they think they needed. But in this particular occasion, I don't know how many Tottenham Hotspur fans traveled to Villa Park, but you could hear them loud and clear. Like you can't even hear Aston Villa fans. You're hearing Tottenham Hotspur fans loud, aggressive, pushing on their team, supporting their team, giving them the love. And after the final whistle, you can see a lot of claps. They were happy. They were giving them all the energy. At the end of the day, the football is based off merit 95% of the time, right? And the merits of the occasion dictates that Tottenham would probably not get relegated this season based off this result and based off what I saw today, right? So if they keep this up, if they keep up this intensity, the diligent work, and they're able to keep some of their players fit and get some players back, I think it's 3 games left. They'll stay up, and I think West Ham will go. I'll leave the video here. Like the video, subscribe to the content, and stay blessed. Bye bye.